Story begins with young Lineal getting a shocking news from his master. His master said, he is a genius, but he can't become a wizard. His master explains to him that his mana circulation will stop growing as he grows older. So, all the knowledge he possesses nothing but trivial. Unlike others, the mana circulation expands as they grows older. But in his case it will stop expanding. Lineal questions his master. Why would his mana circulation would stop expanding? Lineal never heard about such a thing or in illnesses before. His master tells him that he's been cursed, a curse that directed at his soul. A curse. If it's not broken, it will inevitably follow to the next life. With time passes, young Lineal grows older. He devotes his whole life, researching a spell, to expand his mana circulation that stopped expanding. Finally, I'll done it. It had taken him a lifetime to create a magic formula that utilized what others would call trivial. The only magic he could use with the mana as small as his fist. A mana circulation that hadn't grown in a lifetime. He had no choice but to do something, so that his next birth would not be as painful as this one. The curse. If it's not broken, it will inevitably follow to the next life, and he would suffer in his next life as well. As he closed his eyes, he makes a small wish to use magic just like everyone else in his next life. And his mana circulation will grow. As he grows older. In next we see a person who's wrapped the blanket around himself and curled up. He's snapping his fingers as the television turned on and the coffee makers start moving. News anchor announce, someone was arrested for using magic on the side of a road with a lot of traffic. Suspected didn't even have a wizard's ID card issued by the Mage Association, but he wanted to show people the magic of fluttering petals to give them a sense of spring even in the fall. Sunal revealed a cold smile at the news. In his past life, everyone can use magic, there were no restrictions in use of magic. Damn, imagining going to jail for something like that. Then he curse, when is the Wizards Association going to break up? It's illegal in this reborn world to use magic, without a wizard's license, issued by the Wizards Association. There were only two situations where magic was allowed in this country. One was for wizards who belonged to the Wizards Association. The other was government officials. He was born to be a wizard. The Wizards Association rejected him because his magic was different. He had no choice but to become a civil servant. He'd been reincarnated with memories of his previous life, and he thought it would be a small thing to punish the Wizards Association. But the reality is, he have to go to work. He receives a call from his team leader. Hello Mr. Sunal. Hello. You haven't forgotten what complaint came in on Friday, have you? Sunal's team leader asks. Sunal scrunched up his face at the grievance that was slowly coming to mind. A noise complaint about a Medusa, and they couldn't arrest the person because it didn't meet the thresholds. He questions. But why? The question was soon answered. More reports have come in the meantime, and the police have already run out of requests for assistance. It's time for you to show us your wonderful magic, Sunal. The corners of Sunal's mouth twitched for a moment. He refuses right away saying, you can do it, and take my luck. Team leader answers saying she'll be taking half a day vacation today. So bye. Yes. By the way, I'll text you the location. Don't worry, my Sunal-san knows how to do it, and I've made sure to take care of your special allowance. He frowned. Edina's smirk was visible. I don't want to work, special allowance or not. He wishes, if only the world had ended. And stepped out. Sunal's official ID card rattled around his neck as he stepped out of the taxi. Special Division for Resolving Interethnic Complaints. He rummaged in his crossbody bag from home and put on his sunglasses. Medusa, eye contact results in paralysis or, in very rare cases, turning to stone. Recalling the memorized document, he tipped up his magical sunglasses to ward off the power of Medusa's race. Grievance to be resolved, appease Medusa. With the complaint in his mind, Sunal walked to the apartment complex. The atmosphere was tense, and the police had arrived first. Sunal, with a capitalist smile. Excuse me, I'm Sunal, the complainant, who came with your cooperation. Sunal flashed his government ID. Neither of the officers were wearing sunglasses. One was a lizard man, the other a werewolf. Sunal stepped inside, leaving behind the stony faces of the cops as his official ID was confirmed. He hears officers saying, calm down. We got a report, we're just here to check, so calm down. Sunal looked at the cops trying to calm the Medusa, who had no idea where her protective glasses had gone, and the cop who had fallen to the floor, paralyzed from trying to calm her. There were no protective glasses on the cop's face. He wondered if the rules are for dogs, these days. Medusa's got a lot of power. The snakes in her hair squirmed at the sound. She says not to look at her, and she didn't do this because she wanted to. Sunal rummaged through his bag and pulled out a small pouch. He took a handful from the pouch, spread his fingers, and blew on it. The wind rose, and poured down on everyone. It was a powder, that had a calming effect. Sunal walked up to the Medusa, introducing himself to the now calmer Medusa. Hello, I'm Sunal, from the Interethnic Grievance Resolution Unit. She still looked like a student. And why would she be crying? Sunal wonders. There's something about the design of the protective glasses, that's embarrassing to wear, isn't there? I hate them. The Edusa sobbed, for a moment, then nodded. The sparkle in her eyes faded, as her excitement subsided. I know, I don't like it either, and every wizard makes different ones. The power of Medusa's race had to be suppressed, before it could harm others. It takes magical power to suppress that power, but the formulas they use are complex, and the glasses are thick and clunky to accommodate them. Sunal picked up the shattered protective glasses on the floor. Magic, explore. His eyes burned red, as he flicked the glasses and used magic. I could see the magic formula etched into the glasses. It was an intricate pattern. First of all, the base of the magic used by the Mage Association was always a circle. No wonder, the mana was so strangely heavy. But here, magic was recognized. The more colorful the symbol, the better. Sunal clicked his tongue inwardly. He was using a method that had been discarded as inefficient 2 centuries ago, even when he was lineal. The glasses would be thick, clunky, and, of course, it was obvious how they would look on a child in puberty. This is the second time he had gotten this complaint. Which one do you like? Sunal asked. He carried several pairs of glasses. You know that protective eyewear is mandatory for your kind, Medusa, and you're in trouble if you go around without them, so take your pick. Sunal's orange-tinged eyes gave off a faint glow. See, I'm a great wizard, so don't worry, just pick a pair of glasses, and I'll enchant them for you. That's going to work? Medusa asks. Just pick a pair of glasses and I'll enchant them for you. For her previous glasses it took around several weeks to make them. By the Wizard Association. And how about these? They're pretty, aren't they? Yes, it's pretty. I was teased at school because I had the ugliest glasses, and they were expensive, so my mom got me a cheap pair. Medusa's hands were careful as she picked out her glasses. You can pick 3. Sunal smiled, remembering Edina, his team leader. 3. But the protective glasses are. The rules on protective glasses aren't strict, they just make sure you don't paralyze when you look at someone, that's all. If you get in trouble, come see me. Sunal waved his government ID with assurance. With glasses in hand, the Medusa smiled, broadly and held them out silently. Magic was not a matter of who could dig and draw the symbols, more elaborately but rather a sentence puzzle, using words that mana knew in combination. It also meant that mana had to be captured by communicating with words. After all, the strongest mages were those who knew the most words, and had the most mana to write them. He knew more words than any other wizard here, that was for sure. The glasses were enchanted. Paralysis and petrification won't affect others. Medusa blinked as Sunal pointed to her glasses. Already. It's only been a few seconds. Are you sure it works? This is magic. Sunal's voice was confident, and he turned his attention to the Medusa. It's okay, trust me. Sunal compliments her saying she looks good in it. She apologized. As she realized what she'd done, a different fear rose up. It's okay, don't be afraid of those cops, they'll just talk to you for a bit and then let you go. I'll come with you. The corner of Sunal's mouth twitched up as he remembered something. After leaving that place, he gets a call from his team leader. Sunal. Yes. What's this? It's the report. And it's just a small increase in the cost of the glasses. You'll have to pay it, along with the special allowance, sir. And you'll have to pay me for the extra 2 hours there. You've already heard from them, right? It's been taken care of. One corner of Sunal's mouth turned up, as Edina's usually cheerful smile faded. Today was Monday. No wonder his anger was higher than on any other day, since he was moving faster than his usual rush hour. He turns on his favorite music.